If you had $100 budget for a one-and-done versatile automatic watch, a very strong contender is this Addiesdive AD2074. Hopefully we'll find out together whether this watch is worth your hard-earned money. A huge thank you to the Addiesdive discount store on AliExpress for providing this watch for a review. After unboxing this watch, we can start taking a closer look. This is a military-style field/pilot's watch powered by the very reliable Seiko NH35 automatic movement. Honestly, I've built and reviewed many watches that use this movement, and I've never had any major issues with it. You get 21,600 beats per hour frequency, 21 hours power reserve, and an advertised -20 to +40 seconds per day. The movement is housed under the stainless steel case back. This wouldn't be an Addiesdive watch without the hideous logo. I keep moaning about it and I won't stop very soon. Addiesdive, please change that logo. On the bright side, we get an advertised 200 meters of water resistance. The top of the case looks better though. We have a 39mm stainless steel case, lug-to-lug slightly on the higher side at 49mm, 12mm thickness, and a lug width of 20mm for that sweet strap swappability. I will show you wrist shots later so that you get an idea of how it wears. The finishing of the case is very good for the price. We have a uniform brushed finish all around the case and the bezel, and there are no sharp edges. This type of finish works well with this style of military watches. We have a screw-in crown that is very well sized and satisfying to use. It's signed with the same logo as the case back. Thankfully, this one is barely noticeable. We have a synthetic sapphire crystal with entire reflection coating. It's not the best I've seen on a watch, but it'll work just fine. This is the dial we get with this watch, and I really like it. It's just the right amount of busy for a pilot's watch in my opinion. It's a matte black dial. The watch is available in brown, blue and grey, just like the grey on the like button right now. But you can give it some color by clicking on it if this video is helpful. We have an outside chapter ring with a 60-minute counter. The indices are in Arabic numerals, with an emphasis on the 6 and 12 o'clock indices. There is a second chapter ring on the inside with the PM numerals. Usually these watches don't feature any logos, but we can find the Addiesdive logo, the right one this time, just above the pinion. It's well sized to blend into the rest of the dial. On the opposite side, there is the automatic indication. The hands are obelisk style with an arrow second hand. These are all very well sized and improve the time readability. Everything on this dial is printed, and I almost forgot the barely noticeable date window at the 3 o'clock position. Overall, I really like this dial in case you didn't catch that the first time. It's very legible and very interesting to look at. The date window is my least favorite thing about it. It could have been a bit bigger and maybe with a border to set it apart. These types of watches usually cut corners in the bracelet department. I reviewed many Addiesdive watches and I've never had an issue with their bracelets, so they are positively consistent with their quality. It's an oyster-style stainless steel bracelet, offering solid male end links, which will help a lot with wearability. The bracelet is sized with push pins, the top of the bracelet is brushed and the sides are polished. I wish the sides were brushed as well, as that will match the sides of the case. I guess Addiesdive have these standardized bracelets that they equip to all their watches. The clasp is great. It's a double push to release clasp with milled components. It has 5 micro adjust holes for that sweet, perfect fit. Unfortunately, the ugly logo is etched into it, so no perfect clasp for us. Maybe next time. In terms of wearability, my below average 6¼ inch or 15.9 centimeters wrist is managing this watch pretty well. Of course, I always prefer smaller watches, but this one is not too bad. The curved lugs of the dial help it wrap around the wrist. It wears just as good when I swap the bracelet for these nylon straps. So what's the verdict for this watch? It is a great military watch for under $100. You literally cannot go wrong with this one. Yes, it's not perfect with the ugly Addiesdive logo on the clasp, the slightly oversized lug-to-lug, and the date window that looks like a last-minute thing. However, it still punches above its price point with the great quality of finishing, the beautiful dial, and the very good bracelet. If you are considering buying this watch, I will leave some links in the video description. Using them is a great way to support the channel at no additional cost to you. Again, a huge thank you to the Addiesdive discount store on AliExpress for supplying this review sample. I hope you liked this video or found it helpful. Please don't forget to leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel for more watch-related content. Make sure to check out these two Addiesdive watches that I reviewed in the past. Thank you so much for watching.